Hey, good morning, guys. Happy Friday. It is the beginning of spring break after today, which would probably mean more something if we hadn't been out for the last 2 weeks already. But, one plus side is that you won't be getting any more emails from me or YouTube videos from me for the next week. Yeah, that could be a positive, it could be a negative, depending on how you look at it. But today, since it is the last day before spring break, I wanted to give you guys a little break. And I wanted to give you guys some fun. Now, I sent out these links last Friday to play a couple of games. So these are some older games. These are some games from when I was in school, just learning how to use a computer when computers were gigantic boxes that ran this thing called DOS. And so we're running some DOS games here. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you guys how to access these games. Now, in the description, over to the side of the picture here, I have put a couple of links for you to click on in order to play these games. So the first game I wanted to show you guys here was Math Blaster. Now this was one of my favorite kids when I was in school. Now you can do a lot of different stuff with this app right here. So you can see here is subject. You can learn on addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, fractions, decimals, percents, you name it. This is a great tool if you're struggling with certain parts in your math class. And I know some of you are really struggling with multiplication. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, we're going to do multiplication. So what I did here is I clicked on F4, or I shouldn't say click, I used the keyboard and pressed F4, which brought the subject down. I used the arrow keys. I'm going to press enter on multiplication. And so now we should be doing multiplication. Yep, so you got the check mark right there. So we're going to do multiplication for this video. So here's what I'm going to do. We are going to do, if I can get off of this, it doesn't want to function for me. There we go, hit enter after you do that. There we go, figured it out. We're going to click on Math Blaster here. This is the more fun part of the game right here. And I'm going to use keyboard. You can use mouse if you want to. I think it's easier to use keyboard on a laptop, but if you have a mouse connected to your laptop, it might be easier to use the mouse. But I'm going to click on keyboard. And just to show you guys how to do this, we're going to do beginner, okay? I'm not sure if you guys can hear the sound or not, but it's kind of cool. And so what happens here is you got a little guy here. Look at the top. It says 1 times 2. So you got to figure out where the little guy goes. So you use your mouse, your arrow buttons, and then hit space when you're ready to shoot him up in there. So you see what happened? 1 times 2 was 2. 2 times 7 is what? Well, we know that it's 14. So I put over here, I clicked on space, we shot him right in there. So you're just going to do this several different times. You're going to go through different phases, and it's going to get a lot harder. So 2 times 10, 2 tens, 10 plus 10 is 20. So we're right there. 2 times 0, everything times 0 is what? 0. Let's keep going. 2 times 6 is 12. 1 times 8, anything times 1 is itself always. So we're going to do 8. Same rule here. 1 times 10, that's 10. 1 times 8, we know that's going to be 8. So you're going to come all the way over here, hit space. There we go. 1 times 7, same exact thing right there. So now we've entered phase 2. Now you look, there's some debris. If you run into that debris, you could actually get knocked out. So watch what happens when I hit this jellyfish right there. Oh, I got hit by a space jellyfish. You got to time it out just right and then hit space. So 1 times 9, anything multiplied by itself is the same. 2 times 10, so you got 2 sets of 10. That's going to be 20. So I think this game is going to be a lot of fun for some of you guys. Remember, you can do decimals too. Oh, and there's a bonus round too. Kind of like when you guys have an iReady. You can kind of hold down space and make him float around a little bit and gather space hamburgers, space fish, space milkshakes, and carrots. Even a space baked potato. This game's starting to make me hungry. French fries? See, I miss going out to McDonald's, guys. I haven't been out to McDonald's in a long time. But anyway, that's Math Blaster. So I hope you guys have a little fun with that, and I hope you'll take advantage of playing that game because I think it's a lot of fun, and I think you could have a lot of fun playing that. So the other game I wanted to show you guys is called the Oregon Trail. Now, you won't learn about the Oregon Trail in 7th grade social studies. I think you'll learn about that next year, though, in 8th grade. So I wanted to kind of go ahead and give you guys a heads up. about what the Oregon Trail was. And this is kind of like a really fun game as well. It's good social studies work. The Oregon Trail started in Missouri, in Independence, Missouri, and it went all the way to Oregon, all the way across America during a time when there weren't interstates. So the pioneers made their way there. It was a really rough, ragged trail. Supplies were scarce and it was hard. So the Oregon Trail will allow you to travel the trail, and it's going to give you different options. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on the number 1, where I pressed 1 on my keyboard and I hit enter. Now, it says many kinds of people made the trip to Oregon. You may, and you get to be who you want to be. So you could be a banker from Boston. Now, if you're a banker, you actually have more money to buy supplies with. Now, if you're a carpenter, you're better at fixing things. And if you're a farmer, then you're going to have more food. So each of them kind of have their own perks. We're actually going to think we're going to be a carpenter. That's what I want to do. We're going to be a carpenter from Ohio. And we're going to put in here, what's the first name? You can put your own little name in here. I'm going to put my first name right here. And then you can name people from your, so you can pick your friends, your family. I'm going to pick my wife. Her name is Amber. I'm going to put Corbin, who is my son. I'll do Jose, that's the name of my dog. And let's see. We'll do Marco, who's the name of my cat. All right, so these names are correct. So now you can choose when you want to start. Do we want to start in the spring, or do we want to start in the hot months of summer? I would advise trying to get started early on as possible, because once it gets hot, that's when things start to get messy. So we got $800 to spend. We got to buy things from the store. He gives us some ox. We need some oxen to pull the wagon, and some clothing for summer and winter. We got to have food. We got to have ammunition. There's actually a mini game here where you can actually hunt for food, shoot deer, squirrels, even bears to try to get food for your people. But you can only bring back 100 pounds at a time. Spare parts for your wagon as well. So you need all that stuff. So we need some oxen. So we're going to, they said they recommend at least 3 yokes. So $40 a yoke, so we're going to get 3, because that's what it asked for. Food, we got to have food to get by. 20 cents a pound, 200 pounds. So he says 200 pounds, so we're going to take 200 pounds. I'm just taking all the recommendations here. So we got 5 people, 2 sets. We're going to do 2 sets. Ammunition, we got to be able to hunt for some folks here for some... so we're going to get 20 boxes of ammo. And then spare parts, we're going to get, we'll get 3 of each. So all I'm using is my keyboard here. So I believe we're set. We still got lots of money left. So we're going to go. Let's head on the Oregon Trail. This happens in 1848, guys. A long time ago. Almost 200 years. All right, so we're going to continue on trail. And you're going to see from Independence is 102 miles to the Kansas City River crossing. So as you see right there, we've already hit a blizzard. So my luck is not going too good right now. We lost a day, so we got stuck behind for a day. And the key here is to try to get to Oregon as fast as you can and not lose any of your family. Sometimes your family will die. And it's kind of sad. They'll get different diseases. So we're at the Kansas City River crossing. We're gonna hit Y, take a look around, and now we got to figure out a way to get across. So we can. This is where it gets tricky, guys, and where you can start losing people and your stuff. So the river at this point is currently 654 feet across, 8.2 feet deep in the middle. So that's pretty deep. If you try to ford the river, you risk the chance of your wagon tipping over in the water and people drowning. So I'm going to go ahead and say we should probably take a ferry. It's going to cost a little money and a couple of days, but we're going to take that ferry across and hopefully make it across all the way. And we did. Now, continue on your trail here. There are certain things you can click on here, so we're actually going to stop. We're going to hit enter, size up the situation. Now, here's the other game I want to show you guys. We can hunt for food using your keyboards, um, which I guess is on the side. So it's asking you to do on the side here. You can move, which I'm not doing a very good job of. You hit space bar and it shoots. I can't get it. Oh, there's a bison right there. Oh, and I missed it. Well, somehow you can move around and get the guy to actually move. I haven't figured that out yet, but... Oh, there's a deer. Let's see if he can come right in front of him. Oh, I got him. See, there we go. So I've got plenty of food for my folks now. So that's a good thing. So now we're going to have more food. And eventually the timer runs out. There we go. We got 66 pounds of meat, so that's good to go. So now we can keep moving on the trail. So, guys, have fun with it. There's lots of different things you can do with this. Again, we're coming up on another river here. I'm kind of scared. We'll do this real quick. I'm going to show you what happens if you maybe don't make it across here. So we're going to attempt to ford the river at 4 feet deep. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. So, look what happened here. We lost stuff. We lost all of our clothes. We lost a lot of our bullets. We lost our wagon axles, food, and one of the ox drowned too. So already early on, I'm in bad shape. So guys, have fun with these. All the links are over in the box next to me. So go check them out and enjoy your Friday. Guys, it's a beautiful day outside, 80 degrees, and spring break is on the way. So enjoy some time. Those of you who I got to see on Zoom yesterday, I was so excited to see you guys. I nearly cried. So really hope you guys are doing okay. And later on this afternoon, depending on when you look at this, this is going up around 9 o'clock in the morning, but I'm going to be a part of the parade tomorrow. So I hope to see you guys outside some of your houses. I miss you guys so much. Enjoy your spring break. I'll see you guys when we get back. Have a good week, guys. Take care.